courage is a necessity. And what happens when law of momentum breaks and all of a sudden you start doubting yourself and you start having fear, you stop yourself from taking action. What I'm going to be talking about here are the 4 C's: courage, confidence, commitment, and conversion. You see, in order to take action, people ask me, I just had this conversation with somebody. I just had this conversation with a gentleman who is a famous musical producer of top artists. And he did so well early on, and now he's struggling a little bit. So he came and spent a couple hours with me yesterday to do a little private coaching session. And so the reason I want to talk about these C's and the way they're laid out is because early on he had the courage to take action. And he started to find success, and it built his confidence. And then as it built his confidence, his commitment to doing more and being bigger grew. And then as his commitment grew, he got in front of more people and he was able to convert more. Now, John Maxwell talks about law of the big Mo in 21 Irrefutable Laws. He talks about momentum and how momentum can work for you with the danger signs that it can also work against you. So what happens as soon as you run into a little bit of disruption where things are not working in the cycle of creating. And I want to cover up, because see, the one thing I teach is that everything is an algorithm. So the algorithm, so people ask me all the time, and this was his question: is law of attraction real? Is law of attraction real? If you think law of attraction is real, put it in the chat. Yes or no? Is law of attraction real? Okay, now I know people that follow me because I talk about the formula, the algorithm for law of attraction. Let's see how many of you paid attention. What is the algorithm for law of attraction? That's right. There you go. So here's the deal. Law of attraction is only real after law of action. And law of action only happens after law of intention. So the algorithm is to be absolutely intentional about what you want to attract, and then you take action towards what you want, and as you gain momentum, you attack it. And as you attack it, law of attraction, then the universe propels the connection. I'll give you an example. I'm sitting there with Dana, and Dana's best friend is in the room, and we're talking. And Dana's best friend and I start talking, and next thing you know, and this is a big successful guy. And next thing you know, we're talking about, oh, so you're in Cabo? Yeah, I'm in Cabo. Where are you at in Cabo? Oh, he's in Chileno Bay. I'm in Chileno Bay. Where are you at in Arizona? Oh, he's 1 block from my house. Oh, who's your best friend? His best friend's my best friend. All of a sudden, law of attraction happens. Like, I'm in a room with somebody that now we're acting like we're best friends. We didn't know each other 3 minutes earlier. Why? Because we're in a circle of trust with people that we all implicitly, we're in the same places. We know the same people. We have the same best friends. So that extension of relationship extends until you do something to violate it. But if I hadn't made the decision with our teams to build a relationship with Dana, I wouldn't have been in the room. If I hadn't taken action, if we hadn't taken action as a team to build a relationship with Dana, I wouldn't have been in the room. So action had to follow intention, and then law of attraction attracted people into that environment that closed the gap. Well, for a lot of you, you wonder why you can't create law of attraction. Well, I'm going to tell you why. It's because of the 4 C's. You see, first and foremost, you got to have courage. You got to be willing to show up. You got to be willing to make mistakes. You got to be willing to fail. You got to be willing to be made fun of. You got to be willing to look dumb. You got to be willing to do things that make you uncomfortable. I've spent my whole life doing this to seek independence and freedom from not having to be responsible to somebody telling me how to live my life, and to extend that to people I love, care about, and trust me, follow me, and work with me and my family. So I had to have the courage. I keep having to have the courage to show up, by the way. There are times where I'm like, I got enough money, I don't want to do it. And then I get on that plane and I go do it. Because it's my responsibility, it's my obligation. If I have the capability and I have the skill set and I have other people dependent on me, interdependent on me, if I have people like my business partner, Grant Cardone and Elena Cardone, trusting me to be the best version of myself, then I have to do it. So courage is a necessity. And what happens when law of momentum breaks and all of a sudden you start doubting yourself and you start having fear, you stop yourself from taking action. When you don't have the courage to take action, then you cannot move into attracting what you want. Because the confidence problem, you start lowering your confidence about what you're able to do. So you stop having the courage to put yourself out there. When things are going easy and you're cutting through butter with a hot knife and everyone's saying yes and money's flowing to you, that's easy. But when it all breaks and you have to figure out how to rebuild it, which, by the way, at every break point in business, from 100,000 to 3 million, 3 million to 8 million, 8 million to 15, 15, 25, 25, 45, 45, 75, 75, 125, at every top end of every break point, you're going to have to find the courage, because what's going to propel you into the next break point is not what got you in and through the break point you're in. And when you have that courage, it builds your confidence. How do you build confidence? You ask the right questions.